Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga.
I read where Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact if revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jackie. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit like it ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
It's rolling on it. What is it?
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it. Made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some Grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for's when the earth inherited by the piss fall. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no picks or no cards to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50. I should now awake to sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like timber. I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fuck equality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastating, I'm calculating my next move. ISUPK where real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for balls that'll get you bruised. My niggas home ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your move on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog. Down by the letter and live by that protocol. Walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struggles. Life like some war resist. Or get pulled into a world that never left me. I will endure. Election will be sure. Correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. All gold like a German shepherd. Young and a restless. Swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
If don't make no, then what is it?
According to God, the white man is the devil. See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to drop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. See the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. You gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask shit. Oh, I'm gonna step, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood cell. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry, blame that shit on UPK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing while you got that drag with you. I'm a bad kidder, pull up with 2 bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming ISUPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that One West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you tripping, homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah. And I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you want body. We see it coming cause we really profits. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft ass, I guess that's why you soft with your soft ass. Hood nigga, they can outclass bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talking to me like watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, but really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he a rapper, but really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit. Hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it. This ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be about it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashing, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah. Oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders are blue and friendship for the fashion. Yeah. You understand me? You standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West. Lost Tribe. Hey, I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a one West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love to fuck about what them niggas gotta say. I'm a one West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sister, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm strapped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the bad thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Look, this is a rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some rank. I would never take off as a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. We unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in there with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious as hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script from yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, Why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, hey, hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh. You boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin' my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit. Y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, up to solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got right for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They said you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin on kindness. I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, fine then. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got right for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that eco-line into a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they had Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show the skills, how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
What it do? What it do? What it do? You know. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
It's Kool-Aid, a nigga that sip the Kool-Aid. That LaFraud, single barrel and goose egg. Got the coke going up on a Tuesday. Roast the false prophet like a gourmet souffle. Cause me no say spirit gun like you skate. Nigga might run up in that black face like Gucci. Boycott a cracker, kill your favorite rapper. Cause I run with G's like a Green Bay Packer. I chop a Christian like a new machete. When you polygamous, they look at you like R. Kelly. Still these women wanna do me like I'm Akinelli. West Coast sisters love me like a Machiavelli. Make these crackers lick the dust off my boots. We want no cowards in our camp and we ain't taking recruits. My crew the livest, y'all suckers is the jobbers. Niggas run their lips but they damn sure wouldn't try us. Nah, I ain't the same cat who used to break laws. They just rather see me as the same cause. Some rather remain lost. My brain washed with these stained thoughts. I be repping for my niggas riding for the same cause. Cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, then I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Better ask somebody, bitch.
Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
Mic on and everything.
It's on.
All right, shalom, shalom. This is Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Started at 101 from Fifth Street, Harlem, New York. We are in the leadership of Commander Jenny Hanna. You know what I'm saying? What we teach is so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Indians are the true biblical Jews according to the Bible, according to archaeology. You know what I'm saying? Person off from Maradakia, holding down a brotherhood class in the spirit of the Most High. Of course, we know that brotherhood and sisterhood are synonymous. They go hand in hand together. You understand? And these are the things that we need together to survive in this place that we call home, like a temporary home. You understand? And more importantly, what we need to realize is that, of course, we are in the midst of a World War III. You understand? We have 10 countries at war right now. You understand? Christ can come back at any given time, right? So it's more importantly for what? For these women to get in line, man. You know what I'm saying? These women need to understand that, you know, when a righteous man come your way, to just follow his lead. Now, Eve's going to be Eve. Women's going to be women. They're going to have some, you know, some back talk and backlash, whatever the case may be. But when it boils down to it, you understand? Women really need to do what their husbands is telling them to do. You understand? Because men, we think strategically. Women, they think with what? What you think women think with Durakashar? I said, what do you think how women think on, you know, like dealing with like different type of reactions or different type of scenarios? Say that, you know, say you got a rib, right? And you ask her to don't get this aluminum foil, get this aluminum foil, or don't get this particular water, get this water. Or you tell her, don't get, you know, this particular house, get this particular house. How would you think that she would react to that?
Like she would probably resist and feel like she knows better.
Use a good word, resist. More importantly, and the people online, they can answer this as well too. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Sister, what she said,
Emotions. You understand? Because women, they think with their emotions, and there's nothing wrong with that. Because guess what? They are the what? They are the weaker vessel, right? But when you have a righteous man come along, and he's thinking strategically, and you know he's thinking off, you know, life experiences, guess what? You should just go along with it. You understand? You should just truly go along with it. Why? Because he may been in that past experience before, and he's trying to what? He's trying to prevent it from happening again. You understand? Or he may have seen a brother or sister been in that particular situation, and guess what? He's trying to prevent it from happening again, or prevent it to happen to another brother or another sister, right? So let's go to let's start from the grid up. Let's go to the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 6. Let me get there as well with you there as well too. Okay, give me one moment if you don't mind. And if y'all got any questions, comments, you know, you can go ahead and type those in. And we'll be able to get to them accordingly. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure that you're signing in, getting everything done. Okay. So we in the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 6, right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 6. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous.
And very what?
And very courageous.
Keep going.
that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
You understand? So what is this saying to you, Durakashar? Or anybody that's online as well too?
Pretty much if you keep the law, then you'll prosper in anything you decide to do.
It's more than to just keeping the law that you should, that or I kind of gave it away, that you're keeping the law. It's more absurd in saying what? That you should keep the law, right?
Okay.
You should keep it. Not saying that, that it's an option, right? And this is just not for men. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women, I don't want to say a lot of women, right? I'm going to say, majority women believe as if, since we're men in the truth, that we're the only ones that have to observe the law and do the law, right? Some women think that they can just bypass it. You understand? Or, well, since I got a priest, I don't have to do this. Or since I'm a priest, I don't have to, pay my tithes or, reach out to my camp leader or, tell my husband what's going on within my life and, how can, ask for advice and ask for suggestions. You understand? And it comes to a point where a given time where it's like, man, everything hits the table because what? Because a lot of women, they feel as if they don't have to listen to a man, right? And that's the issue, right? I mean, we're seeing it in the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, through the whole earth. You understand? We seeing that women do not like to be in what? Somebody read my mind. Women do not like to be in what? You can let mine type it in.
Like submission.
Submission, yes. I would say they don't like to be in subjection or being held accountable. You understand? Because guess what? Men, we take accountability it's what? It's more so like a responsibility, right? And not saying that, men and women are equal. Of course, they are the weaker vessel. Of course, they're going to think emotionally. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But when it comes to being a righteous woman, guess what? You have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, just like what? Just like men do. You understand? Within the truth. You understand? And with whatever, religion, philosophy, whatever you live in. You know what I'm saying? Even if, you have a man that believe in Islam, right? The women believe in Islam as well too, right? And that's them. They can do whatever they want to do, right? That's them. But when you look at Christianity, right, and you look at all these other different type of religions and, denominations within Christianity, guess what happens? The women take over, right? The women, I'm not even gonna say try to take over because what? We have women pastors, we have women quote unquote prophetess, we have women that have authority over their men within that Christian church. I'm pretty sure we didn't all seen it. You understand? Within the Christian church, within social media, within our own families, some of them within our own households, right? You understand? The woman leading is coming from where? That comes from Christianity. That comes from, we living in an age of society where social media rules, right? And who is primarily leading the household? Go ahead.
Esau.
You
mean in general? Like
like in general within relationships.
Oh, in relationships, the woman.
The woman, right? And has that ever been able to prosper? I would say no, right? Only because we have so many examples of men wanting to be, men avoiding arguments is just to what? Just to, calm down the household. Or, you got men, what was that? That brother down there in Louisiana happened, a few months ago. What happened to him? He unalived his whole family. You understand? Over from what I was hearing, over some type of misunderstanding. And that's just not the first case. That's just the first case. That's been recorded, right? So now we get into what? Man, how do we fix the black household, right? How do we do that? You understand? Do we have some more comments?
Sister Rawashi also said submission.
Mm-hmm.
She said the woman as well. When they rules, household.
You understand? And that's a major, major issue in today's society, man. Women want to do what? Usurp authority over a man. And when that happens, guess what? All hell is going to break loose. You understand? All hell is going to break loose. Let's read the scripture again.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 6. Be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to the law, to all the laws, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
You understand? And that's what it's all about right there, man. Not allowing this book to depart out of your lives, man. Just because you have a husband that is righteous doesn't mean, guess what, sis, that you won't, that this doesn't apply to you, that these laws doesn't apply to you. You understand? Although it may be, something very, very absurd to, say that a man can have another wife, or a man can choose to have no wives, or a man can choose to have one wife. You understand? That path is totally up to who? Go ahead.
Slide if I make to the man.
To the man, right? That's when he gets what? He gets advice, he gets counsel, he gets that's it. Get advice, get counsel, and then boom, just go from there, right? But from a woman perspective is what? Oh, I'm the only one he needs, or I'm the only one that he can handle, or I'm the only one that can society is, whether it's needs, whether it's wants, whether it's all these different type of things, right? But in reality, just like the brother said, it's up to that man. You understand? It's up to that man. And it should be up to that man. Why? Because that man has to take on another responsibility. You understand? Another, I wouldn't say a burden, but, in reality, you understand? It's a burden, but it can be a good burden or it could be a bad burden, depending on the case, right? So now let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 17. And if y'all got any questions, comments, just, of course, continue to type it, man, and we'll do a good talk.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 17. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
You understand? Now, this is for more of a sense that, it says, neither shall a man multiply his wives. You understand? This is in the sense of, some men may think that they're ready for multiple wives, or they may think that they're ready to, do this thing the righteous way. But guess what? Multiple wives is not for every man. You understand? It's not. Now, is it a given that, that's true? Absolutely. You understand? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that 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 it has to be done. You understand? So let's read that from the top again.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 17. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
You understand? Neither that his heart turn not away. What is that talking about right there?
In the
Go ahead.
In the context or just in general?
Yeah, in the context.
In the context, to me, it's just saying, you know, getting too many wives, you know, you might be so focused on that you can't do as much as you could do for the Most High and for the school. You know, it may turn your heart away.
And what examples do we have with that within the Bible, as far as men taking on multiple wives and it turned their heart away, or just even one wife and it turned their heart away? Go ahead.
I believe Ezekiel. He had the one wife, and the Most High took her away and told him he wouldn't even cry about it. You know, he wouldn't weep about it. He still would preach the gospel.
That's a good one, right? But we're looking in the sense of what men in the Bible that had wives that some of them turned their heart away from serving the Most High.
It's like that. We got the comment, yield one way. They said Solomon.
Okay, Solomon's a good one. Let's think of one more. Go ahead.
David.
Okay, that's a good one. I was thinking Samson. You understand? So those are some examples of how, we as men allow women to dictate everything, and then guess what? It turns our heart away from what? From what we first loved. You know what I'm saying? From what we from what we've been dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And we allow what we've been dealing with to what? To take over us from serving the Most High truly. You understand? So that's why in some cases it's not even good for a brother to, possibly have no wives. You understand? So they can truly do what? Serve the Most High. Be in this truth, do any and everything in your will. And guess what? It's the same sense for sisters, right or wrong. In some sense, some sisters should just wait to have that husband, because guess what? In a sense, guess what it is? That woman can only have what? One husband, right? And in the world, sex is just what? It's just sex. So when sisters come into the truth, guess what they have to do? They have to take this thing a little bit more serious, because guess what? Once they lie down with that man, guess what? They have to have within their mindset that this is my husband for the rest of my life. You understand? For the rest of my life, I have to be with this one man. You understand? And guess what? Another thing is in that should be triggering in their mind as well too. Is like, man, does this man want to have another wife? You understand? So guess what? Now you got to do what? Now you got to split time with what? With that one husband. Are you going to be okay with that, sis? Is that going to be an issue for you? See, these are questions that we have to be asking ourselves as men and women. You understand? But inevitably, guess what? Men should be leading these relationships, man. Men should be leading these relationships. Why? Because if a man don't lead the relationship, guess what? All hell is going to break loose. All hell is going to break loose. And we see it time after time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at social media posts and, not to put, my brothers and sisters down, and this is not the case. This is just examples of what white society pushed through our algorithm. You understand? Damn, how do you say that? Algorithm. There we go. Algorithm. You understand? And we see the quote unquote ratchets, busting out windows, flattening tires, driving the cars over the roads, all over what? 9 out of 10 times it'd be what? Over another woman. or a misunderstanding, right? You understand? So these are the things that we have to prepare ourselves for what? To be ready for it, man. Because guess what? Who knows what could happen if a woman doesn't agree with multiple wives, right? Truly don't agree with multiple wives, and then guess what? She, signed up for something that she wasn't even probably ready for. You understand? Signed up for something that she wasn't even ready for, right? So now, guess what? She has to be relearned. You understand? And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, right? You was looking up something?
I was thinking of this video. This lady, she got upset with her boyfriend or something, and she poured gasoline all over his car and tried to set it on fire, and it like blew up in her face.
Good.
Not like blew up, but the flames like kind of hit it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, since her eyebrows off, I was gonna see if I could find it.
I mean, but that's just one of many, right? That's just one of many stories that we didn't heard of. Then that, like some of us didn't physically seen. You understand? It's just, like the list goes on and on and on and on again of, these situations happening within our lives, or we're seeing it happening right before our faces, right? And it's just not adding up. It's just not, making any sense. And 9 out of 10 times it's because that woman is trying to overpower that man. You understand? And if that woman try to overpower that man, guess what? Especially if it's a righteous man, you know what I'm saying? Like a man that's, like going after the Most High heart. Guess what, man? It's not going to end well, man. It's not going to end well. Boom. All right. What scripture was we on?
Deuteronomy 17 and 17.
Let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 22.
22 and 1.
22 and 16. Let me get there too. Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
Let's stop right there. What does entice mean? Mm-hmm.
Like talk her into it. Talk her into something, maybe. Smooth. I don't know.
Let's look it up. What does the word entice mean?
Entice means to attract, to lure, or tempt someone by offering something pleasant, advantageous, or rewarding.
Gotcha. So, in other words, entice means to, in layman terms, spit game to a woman. Talk smooth to a woman. You know what I'm saying? Try to get that phone number. You know what I'm saying? Try to, see if she's available for a date, right? Just trying to fill her out, right? Now, does this scripture says if a woman entice a man? You understand? Like, you see how we're getting here? Because a lot of women these days, they like to do what? Some of them are very bold, especially on that East Coast. The East Coast, really everywhere now these days. Where a what? And it's so let me put it in this retrospect, right? There's nothing wrong, of course, like within the school as far as a sister requesting a brother, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because the priests and prophets here in ISUPK, we're royalty, man. You understand? And we understand that, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? But in this sense, in this form, right? It says, and if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed What does betrothed mean?
It's like engaged.
Let's look it up.
Betrothed means engaged to be married or pledged to another as a marriage partner.
Yep. So that means that what? That she's engaged or that she's not promised to anyone else, right? Gotcha. So let's read from the top again.
And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Damn. So if they lie down, that means that what? Lie down means to what?
To have sex.
To have sex, right? So we're reading about that what? That sex is what?
It's like it's marriage.
Sex is marriage, right? I mean, this is, like, UPK 101, but guess what? It's pivotal because why? Because not everybody in the world understands that what? That sex is marriage, right? Right? They look at sex as, just like we said before, they look at it as, as a sport. You understand? As a hobby, or as a competition, or they look at it as it's just sex. It's nothing. But according to the Bible, it says that that if you lie down with her, guess what? That's going to be your wife. You understand? So let's get past the whole Netflix and chill. Let's get past the romantic dinners. You understand? And once we get past all that, guess what happens? You have sex, and then guess what happens? You're married for the rest of your lives. So let's read this. Let's look up. Here you go, Darakashar. Look up marriage within the Compact Bible Dictionary.
Okay.
All right. Just so we can have that understanding and proof that what we're reading right here has been backed up by Zion Compact Bible Dictionary, right?
The Compact Bible Dictionary, page 345. Marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man and woman consent, consummated, and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse, and perfected in a lifelong partnership.
A lifelong partnership. You understand? So that's why it's so important for men and women to understand that once you lie down with that person, guess what? That's your husband for the rest of your life, sis. Or guess what, brother? That's your wife or your other wife for the rest of your lives. You understand? It's something that should be taken so serious. But guess what? It's taken so lightly in the world that we live in. You understand? I'm talking about Black, Latinos, and Native Indians. I'm talking about our world. I'm not talking about the world of ISUPK. I'm talking about the world, the ones that we're trying to reach out to. You understand? They don't look sex as a responsibility. They don't look sex as as something that is between them and the Most High. They look at sex as that's just like me, waking up and brush my teeth. It's nothing serious. But in here, we take it serious. Why? Because we gotta think about it, man. Jacob, right? Jacob had a bad wife, man. But guess what Jacob had to do? He was a servant to who? He was a servant to Laban for 6 years. You understand? That's how serious it is, man. You understand? And these laws is governing multiple wives, right? And these laws are governing of how men and women should conduct themselves. Now, I know the title talks about, women, but this is the Brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just can't leave, the Brotherhood out of it. But guess what? We can, because brotherhood and sisterhood is what? It's synonymous. We need both of them to survive, right? You understand? Truly need both of them to survive, right? So now let's go to the book. Matter of fact, let's read that definition again so it can be embedded all throughout of our mindsets, man. That we should take this thing just a little bit more serious. All right. Go ahead.
Marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man and woman consent, consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse, and perfected in a lifelong partnership of mutual love and commitment. It is also a social institution. It's like, you want me to stop there or keep going?
Yeah, that's fine right there. You understand? Like in other words, it should be taken serious, right? It should be taken very, very serious and not taken so lightly. You understand? Because guess what? Think about it. If you just lie down with a woman, right? And you have sex with a woman, right? And you just looking at it as, okay, well, this is just, this is just sex. Then guess what? Guess what happens? We gotta realize that one thing that man, like if I leave that person, guess what happens? Everything else that happens prior to that or after that is potentially going to haunt that person. You understand? Or that sister, if we leave them, right? That's why it's always good to have that continual sex. So we can remind ourselves that this is something that we did before the Most High, and we're taking this thing serious, right? And it should not be taken lightly, right? So now let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 10. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money.
Hold on, wait, I think mine is gone. Hold on. Oh, my verse 10 is gone. Let me get there with you, brother. Hold on. Read it from the top again.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10. Mm-hmm. If he take him another wife.
If he take him another wife, meaning what? That he already has what? He already has a wife, right? Because another means that what? It's either more than one, right? We learned that in what? In 3rd or 4th grade. Reading comprehension, right? And that's something that the Christian church does not understand, man. That reading comprehension is very, very, very what? Important. Very important, right? Why? Because we have to realize that when we're reading something and we can't comprehend it, guess what? You understand? Something else is influencing us, whether it's Christianity, whether it's a previous doctrine that we once thought was a truth, or it may be someone else. You understand? So that right there is very, very important, man. Reading comprehension is very important, man. Read from the top again.
If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
He should not diminish that, man. You understand? This is why we, when we say we want another wife, that's a whole nother responsibility, man. Whole nother responsibility. And that's why it's very, very important, man, that we do these things the right way. Okay. Do we have any comments or anything?
A lot.
Son of Christ, let's go. Matter of fact, let me get that iPad. All right. That should be good enough. One moment, man. Give me 1 second here. All right. What scripture did I say?
We were still on the same one.
Exodus
21 and 10.
Okay, let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, and verse 15, right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21, verse 15.
No, verse verse 15. My apologies.
If a man have 2 wives.
If he has what?
2 wives.
If he has what?
2 wives.
He has 2 wives, meaning that what? That he has more than 1 wife, right? That's, I'm pretty sure we can count 1 and 2, right? Or, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, or 1 and 6. We all understanding that if you have 2 wives, that means that a man has more than 1 wife, right? We gotta realize that multiple wives is very, very prominent in today's time, but guess what? It was prominent on how the nation of Israel was built as well too. You understand? Read it from the top.
If a man have 2 wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated.
What is that? Oh man. No, go ahead, keep reading.
Which is indeed the firstborn.
Mm-hmm. What is that saying right there?
If I may, I mean, it's pretty much, to put it short, you can't be indifferent towards your other wife and the children she bore you. You got to treat them both the same.
Let's read it again.
If a man have 2 wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves, right? Until it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Love shouldn't be all, good and dandy. Love shouldn't be all, whistling bells and, everything's going to be all right. Sometimes love hurts. You understand? Sometimes love hurts to the point where it has to be like, dang, I may have to do something, that may hurt my wife, or I may have to do something that may hurt my husband. Not in like a physical sense, more so in a life-changing decision. You understand? May have to do something that will, hurt him or her, whatever the case may be. But guess what? As long as we get an advice and counsel, guess what? Everything is going to be all right. Why? Because love hurts. Love is not just all, like we talked about earlier. Love is not just all, roses and, chocolates and, going on dates time after time. Sometimes you got to get it out the mud with one another, man. Sometimes you got to struggle with one another. Sometimes you got to be rich with one another. Sometimes you just got to make it work with one another. But more importantly, guess what? What you think I'm about to say, Director Shar? More importantly, you have to do it what?
Follow the Most High.
Stay within class, right? So I said, sometimes love hurts, right? You may have to make lifelong decisions, right? You may have to, switch some things up, right? But more importantly, when love hurts and when love is all good, you have to do what? You have to stay what? You got to stay what? Come on, you got to stay Somebody gonna check it out online.
No comments here.
All right. Let me see. We got anything on here?
You one way said committed.
Stay committed. That's good. But I'm looking for one word that would bring it home. Remember, we're talking about sex is marriage, right? Remember, we're talking about certain things that we have to do to stay what? Righteous. That's good. Stay true and persevere. All that's good, right? I kind of don't want to give it away, right? Go ahead.
Sister Watt said faithful.
That's good. Stay faithful. But I'm looking for one key word, right? Think about the truth. Think about how, you were in the world. When you're in the world, you can just leave a person, right? But if the truth, you have to do what? You have to stay. You got to stay what? You got to stay what? Somebody going to get this one.
Stay down.
Not stay down. Remember, in the world, you can just leave the person, right? But in the truth, you got to stay what?
Grounded.
That's good. You got to stay grounded. All of these are good. I'm looking for one key word, right? So we understand that sex is marriage, right? It's something that we have to do, right? We come, and then we have sex, right? Boom. And now we are what? Together. Get that brother hand, man. Understand? We have to stay together through the hurt and through the love and through the good, right? We got to stay together. Why? Why do we have to stay together?
It's like first off, that's the love.
Thank you. It may hurt. That change may hurt, but guess what? More importantly, we have to stay together. We got to fight through that thing. You understand? You know, certain circumstances may say, "Oh man, person may have to, not be around their wife for X amount of months or X amount of weeks or X amount of years." But guess what? They're still together. You understand? They have to have that understanding that once they lie down together, guess what? They are together for the rest of their lives. And that's the importance of marriage. You know what I'm saying? This is not no worldly thing where you can just, I can hop from this person to this person to that person. It's more so, you know what? I'm going to hop to this person. I'm going to hop to this person. And I'm going to continue to do that. You understand? Over and over and over again, man. Star Wolf said, yeah, to death do us part. Every relationship is a marriage. You understand? That is 100% true. I'm not certain this is like that's true. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's something that is not taught where? It's not taught in the Christian church that sex is marriage. You know what I'm saying? It's not taught in the world. You know what I'm saying? Or hell, I'll take it apart. You know what I'm saying? From that. It's not taught on this earth that sex is marriage, right? So that's an issue, right? Because why? Because now we have what? We have mixed doctrines that Black Latinos and Native Indians are supposed to follow. But guess what we're following? We're following what? A monogamous, what is it? What they call marriage, when you go down the aisle and you say, yes, I do, and you say these things. And now guess what's happening now? Not necessarily saying that you're stuck with that person. Now it's like we're altering what the Most High wants from us, right? That's what we're doing in a sense, right? So now we have to do what? Now we have to come back to what? To the origin of what marriage is and to the origin of not just sleeping around, right? And it's very important, man. But guess what? It's overlooked. We see it all the time. It's overlooked. All right. Any more comments on there? Sorry, Christ. What was that? Deuteronomy 21:15? All right, let's read that again. Then we're gonna go to another scripture. Okay.
If a man have two wives, one beloved and the other hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, then it shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn.
You understand? And we have to stop listening to these quote unquote relationship advocates, like his name, the Steve Harveys, and the what's that other one? The TD Jakes. You understand? And these quote unquote relationship advocates that have so many podcasts, right? We got to get out of that narrative and get back to the origin of what this thing truly means, man. And then guess what? We'll be able to rule the earth, man. You know, so just telling someone that sex is marriage alone, that can change their life. Why? Because they're not going to do what? They're not going to whore around, or they're not going to be a whore or a whoremonger anymore. Lord allow. You understand? But understanding this thing and actually understanding it to fulfill the action, something totally different, man. Something totally different, right? So now let's go to Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
7 women shall take hold of, well, how many men?
Of one man.
Of one man. Go to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25. Go to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 25.
Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
Mm-hmm. You understand? Read now go back to Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1 and keep reading.
And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Really?
Only let us be called by thy name.
By thy what?
By thy name.
By thy name, meaning what? That they're going to do what? See, like in this narrative, right? This is something that is totally contrary to what? To the Americanized way, to the to the way of the Western civilization. Why? Because in today's society, right? The man is supposed to do what? He's supposed to bring in that cheddar, right? He's supposed to bring in that bread, right? But in this sense, it's saying what? Read it again.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name.
Meaning what? That they don't need no man to do what? What's that? What's that one word that women always get caught up in? Go ahead. Provide, man. You understand? And guess what? We're living in that day right now, man. You understand? We're living in that day right now. We are truly living in that day now. Why? How do we know that, man? Because a lot of women are being open to what? To a man having more than one wife. Why? Because guess what? Society has beat our men down to the point where, we are all locked up in jail. We all are felons, or we all have some type of issue that is bringing us down to the point where it's like, man, women like, shoot, okay, well, if this man is down, guess what? I'm about to build him up. I'm about to build him up to the point where now it's like, shoot, you know what I'm saying? All I want to do is be called by thy name. I have my own clothes. I have my own vehicle. I have all these things. I just want a man around now. You understand? Now, all I want is a man around. Now we are seeing these things, man. Now we are seeing how it should be set up, right? Read it again, brother, so it can be what? So it can be embedded all through all our mindsets.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
To take away our what?
Our reproach.
What does the word reproach mean? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look up reproach.
Reproach means to express disapproval.
Ooh, disapproval?
Criticism. Or disappointment towards someone for their action.
Damn. So women are being what? They are being disappointed in what they are seeing, right? Women are being disappointed in to the point where, you know what, they're going to be like, you know what? I got my own money. Like I said before, I got my own clothes. I got my own car. I got my own job. Just let me be called thy name. You understand? You can come over here. I can cook for you. I can clean for you. I can, wipe off your camp boots. You understand? I can, I can bear your kids. I can do these things for you, right? And now it's like what? Now it's to the sense where, you know what? Guess what? Now we can truly do these things, man. Now we can do everything the righteous way. You understand? All right. Read it one more time, man, for the people in the back, man. Just so again they can understand it, man.
And in that day,
and let them know where you are.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
That's heavy, man. That's heavy right there. You understand? Women need to understand that, we are living in a time where, men are beat down. You understand? Men are, like I said, they're in jail, felons, misdemeanors, all because of what? All because white society has put that at our front door. You understand? At our given time. Why? Because guess what? That's everything that is around us right now, man. Everything that's around us. But now you have these what? You have these righteous women that say what? You know what? I'm gonna make sure that that everything in my ability is to serve my husband. Do these great things for my husband. Do these great things for what? Do these great things for who? Do these great things for the nation of Israel. So he can go out and do the work. You understand? Let's go to the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2.
It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2.
And before we stop, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not saying that, that the woman is the slave, or like the woman is thought of less than. No, that's not saying that. It's saying that the woman is what? Is that the woman should be looked upon as what? As she need a man. You understand? You know how this woman in these days were saying, oh, well, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. And then guess what? A spider get on the wall, and guess what happens? Guess what happens? They scream in and say, oh man, I need this. Let me get my kid. Let me get my little girl to do this. You understand? We look all throughout social media, man, where these women are effeminizing their own man. You understand? I mean, not their man, but their well, that too, but their kids. You understand? Effeminize them to the point where, hell, they don't even want to hang with the brothers no more. They don't even want to hang around their friends no more. And we hear this a lot as well too. Well, I'm all the woman you need. Do we not hear that? I'm all the woman you need. What you need another one for? Just saying. I'm just saying. Read that from the top, brother.
If I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say, a lot of times when they say that, it be strictly off the box. It don't be off no other type of quality. Like,
no,
it ain't because she could cook or, you know what I'm saying, do laundry real fast.
Right.
Everything neat, have the house clean. It be straight off the box.
Straight off the
like,
box,
that's the most
man.
important thing.
Straight off the box, man.
Sometimes you might get off work, you don't even feel like doing nothing. You trying to go straight to bed.
You know, that's
so that don't even.
That's sometimes, man.
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
First Thessalonians.
No, I don't think we in First Thessalonians. We in First Timothy, right? No, hold on, wait. Did we read First Timothy?
Like you did say.
Yeah, let's go to First Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. I think I was saying something about Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. But let's go to First Timothy chapter 3 and verse 2, right?
This is the book of First Timothy, chapter 3, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
A bishop then must be blameless, and the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
Now, what is this talking about right here? Because a lot of Christians say, "Oh, see, there it is. Y'all can only have one wife," but that's contradicting. Why? Because in the Old Testament, it says what? You have multiple wives, right?
Okay.
So what is this saying right here? Go ahead.
It's just saying, it's when it talks about the wife, it's really referring to like the word of the Most High, the laws, the statutes, the commandment, being married, like metaphorically to that kind of like letting the truth be your first wife.
That's what I was looking for right there. You understand? And that's for what? Camp leaders, captain generals, like, this is something that they're over, right? Or they're over like or a school. You know what I'm saying? Like we got Captain Nathas out here, right? He oversees the operation of how the school is being ran, right? You understand? I mean, I know Captain Nathas, he gets tired of me calling him. You understand? But guess what? That's what we signed up for as priests and prophets of the Lord, right? I know Abun gets tired of me calling him. I know Nazagabar gets kind of tired of me calling him. I know Captain Nathas gets tired of me calling him, right? That's what everything is signed up. That's how everything is lined up for, right? Rank and order, right? I get calls from brothers and sisters as well too. You think I get tired of them calling? Not at all. Because guess what? That's our job, right? And at a point in time, you know what I'm saying? You got young men, you got students, young men, then they become mature, then they become officers, and then guess what happens? Now they have to take on that burden of somebody else. And they're going to use their life experiences to hopefully give them the best advice that they can, right? And then guess what happens? Boom. Now guess what you're doing? Now we are we not necessarily reliving our lives to someone else, but now we can help guide that person to avoid those obstacles and those stumbling blocks that they may go over, right? Same thing with women. You understand? We love our women. We want the best for our women, right? We want to be able to guide our women in that right direction to avoid those stumbling blocks. You understand? To be able to overcome situations and overcome obstacles and more and more and more, right? So when a righteous man say, you know what? I want to be able to, do this with you, where it is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? As a woman that's being led by a righteous man, guess what? You should just do A, B, C, D, and F, G, just like he's saying. Why? Because guess what? For one, he's not going to mislead you, and for two, 9 out of 10 times, guess what? He's not telling you anything that's far fetched, is he? Because 9 out of 10 times, a man wants what? A happy household, right? A man wants to avoid those obstacles and to like avoid those downfalls, right? That's what a man wants. But guess what? When a woman comes into part, guess what happens? She wants to bring what? Somebody read my mind. 9 out of 10 times, a woman wants to bring what? What does a woman want to bring? Think about it.
Could you ask the question one more time?
So, like, with the men, we like structure, we like organization. You know what I'm saying? We like to avoid stumbling blocks and avoid, preventing things from happening. But when it comes to a woman, what does a woman want when clash happens? When you're clashing against one another. Go ahead.
Chaos.
Chaos, that's a good word. Somebody said drama, that's a good word. Somebody said we cannot mislead our women. We need to lead. That's 100% facts. You understand? 100% facts. Why? Because guess what? Woman was never expected to do what? To what?
To lead.
Yes, right. Now, of course, you have women in, like some biblical stories where they were leading, but guess what? They got their guidance from who? From men. You understand? It's stories about that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to get into it for time's sake, but it is some, some stories in the Bible where women were the face of a, of an army, whatever the case may be. But guess what? They were being led by a man, or they were being led by their, in our sense today, they were being led by a camp leader, right? So it's not in a sense that the woman was leading. It's in a sense of that the woman was doing what? She was following the lead of a man, and she just happened to just be the face of whatever was going on within that, within that time frame, right? There's stories like that in the Bible, but it never says that a woman was leading. All right. Read that scripture again.
1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. A bishop must then be blameless. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach.
You understand? Apt to teach, meaning what? They have to teach the brothers and sisters on how to, how to operate their lives and how to operate, different obstacles and, different things that person may be dealing with, right? So now what? Now here we are, right? Years down the line, right? Things happen, you know what I'm saying? Family members, go away, whatever the case may be. And now you're left with what? Now you're left with, whether it's your kids, whether, you and your wife still together, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, guess what? That camp leader is the overseer of all of that. You understand? And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that, because this is how everything is set up, right? And it's how everything should be set up. It's not saying that, a man can only have one wife. It's saying that what? That this school or that, things that he's over, guess what? That should be his first love, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? What scripture was that?
1 Timothy 3 and 2. All
right, let's go to the book of Revelation.
What chapter?
Revelation chapter 21, verse 2. And let me get there as well too with you. Do we have any more questions or comments online?
Wow, sir.
All right. Yeah, Con.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse, you said 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 21, verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
You understand? Christ was married to his nation, man. You understand? You gotta realize, man, that we have to put this work in, man. Put this work in, man. Christ was married to Hebrew Israelites, man, that were in the Bible, that were, within his time and after his time, right? Now we have to realize what? That your wife, the one that you had sex with, that's your second wife. And if you have another wife, guess what that is? Well, you know what? I don't even want to get into numbers, right? Because, like with women, they look at, oh, well, I'm the first wife, right? I'm the first wife, ain't I? Or I'm the second wife, ain't I? Oh, man, you're just my other wife. You understand? This truth is my first wife. This truth is my life right here. You understand? This truth is my life. This truth is this to the point where this truth is my life, right? And I will never allow a woman to come in between that, man. You understand? Because if that was the case, guess what? Shoot. All hell would break loose, man. All hell would break loose. Right? Read that scripture again.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
Mm-hmm. That's heavy, man. Let's go to the book of Psalm, chapter 137 and verse 5.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
Hold on real quick. Let me get there, make sure that's the right one I'm on. I say it was Psalm 137. Mm-hmm. 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 Read it. Psalm 137. Let's go up to verse 4.
The book of Psalm, chapter 137, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Mm-hmm.
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
Keep going.
If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy.
You understand? And this is realizing that what, man, that, we gotta look at, David as he was a stone unaliver, man. I can't say the other word because of, TikTok, whatever the case may be, but he was a downright unaliver. Why? Because nothing was more important than building up this nation, right? And, in that given time, they were at war. You understand? Not going to get into details, but guess what? They were at war, right? And David, he had to unalive a lot of people, right? To show what? What was David trying to prove? Go ahead.
The Most High's power.
The Most High's power, right? Who was that? What was that stinking African name that he had got into it with? Big giant.
It's like Goliath.
Goliath, right? Right? And who won? David won, right? You understand? David was able to overcome what? An African, right? He was able to overcome that certain obstacle, right? It's the same. Well, I'm not going to say that, but what I will say is it's the same sense when we're fighting our battles within marriage, right? Same sense. We have to overcome them by what? By fighting them. You understand? By beating them up, not allowing them to prevail, not allowing them to what? To overcome things, right? We have to do that, man. Truly have to do that, man. Right? So, boom. Now let's go to Matthew's chapter 25. Let's see where we got here. Yeah, 25 verse 1.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
You understand? The kingdom of heaven, multiple wives. You understand? Let's make sure that in this given time that we're living in right now, we do not drop our sword, man. We do not drop our sword, right? Don't leave the truth. You understand? Because these times right now are prominent. Why? Because we are truly, truly living in the last days, man. This is World War III right here, staring at us. You understand? We are realizing what's going on with the earth. And guess what? Everyone around us is realizing it as well, that when we're on these corners, guess what's happening? White society is realizing that what? That their time is coming up. That their time is coming to an end. That their lease is about to be expired. That they're about to get evicted. You understand? Off this earth. You understand? And we got to realize that as they're getting evicted, as they're, leaving society, not as a whole, but guess what? There's going to be some new rulers of this earth. You understand? There are going to be some new rulers that's going to take over the earth. And guess what that's going to be, man? It's going to be men and women here in the ISUPK Greenville, man. That's who it's going to be, man. All right. We can get in that story, but for time's sake, we don't got that much time. I'm gonna try to let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 19, just for time's sake. I got a few more. I got a whole bunch of scriptures to get through, and I don't want to miss them. I may miss I ain't gonna be able to get through all these scriptures. I know that for a fact. Book of Matthew chapter 19, starting at verse 5.
The book of Matthew chapter 19, verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
Now, this is what? This is sex is marriage, and where? Where we're reading this at?
In the book of Matthew.
So in the book of Matthew, that's what? That's the New Testament, right?
Okay.
And this is what? And this is who speaking?
Yahweh.
This is Christ saying that what? That sex is marriage, right? Read it again.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
You understand? This is what? This is sex is marriage in the New Testament, right? Keep reading.
Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder.
Keep going.
They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, and to put her away?
Now this is important right here, because I believe that's in what? Deuteronomy chapter 24, when it talks about the bill of divorcement, or putting a writing in divorcement. Now, we need to take this very serious about what we about to read now, because this is coming out of Christ's own mouth. Read.
He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so.
It was not what?
It was not so.
Say that again.
It was not so.
He said from the beginning, it was not so. You understand? So we got to realize, man, that, I know like a lot of, Israelites and a lot of, within Christianity, they believe in, okay, well, you got to get married, then you got to, you got to be together, and then you got to have what? Then you got to have the bill of divorce, right? Because that's saying that you don't want to be with that person, right? What we're going to do is now we're going to read verse 7 again, then we're going to read down, okay? Keep going. Start at verse 7 again so we can get that context of it, okay?
God. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He saith unto them.
You understand? And this was Christ. He was in somewhere beyond Jordan. Go ahead.
Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wife.
But hold on, wait. He said, put away your what?
Your wives.
Spell wives.
Wives.
Now, I'm not no rocket science, right? But of course, he's talking to congregation, right? Well, I won't say congregation. He's talking to a multitude of people, right? So I don't want to say that this is in the sense of he's talking to one person. You understand? But it seems as if when you talk about wives, right? It means could be in the context of what? He's talking about what?
Having multiple wives.
Having multiple wives, right? We already seen him talk about what that sex is marriage, right? And don't let me confirm this right here that this is what he's talking about. I don't want to say that just yet. I'm like 35%. So don't say that Marduk say that Christ said that it was talking about multiple wives, right? It's a slight chance that may have been the case, right? But let me get confirmation on this, okay? He said, but this has been what? But from the beginning of time, keep going.
But from the beginning, it was not so.
Mm-hmm.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committed adultery. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doth commit adultery.
Now, this is in a sense saying that what? That if you put her away, well, this is giving me, now that 35% is up to like 75%, right? Because now he's saying if you put away your wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another wife, have committed adultery. Meaning what? You did something that was wrong, right? Meaning that you should have never left that what? That other wife, and should have what? Should have got another wife, right? So meaning what? Christ is saying that you should have do what? You should have stick with both of them, right? This is what I'm saying. But let's read it again from the top. Let's read verse 8 and then verse 9.
He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so.
Mm-hmm.
And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doth commit adultery.
You understand? So, we gotta realize, man, that when it comes to sex as marriage, and that you can't just put away your wife for another wife, that is wrong. And this is coming out of what? This is coming out of Christ's own mouth, right? It's coming out of Christ's own mouth, right? You understand? So we gotta realize this thing is a little bit more serious than what we may think it is. So now let's go to the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13. Nehemiah?
Nehemiah?
No. Nehemiah, no. It's an Old Testament. If we need to look up the glossary, we can do that. It's going to be right before Esther and right after Ezra. So how I do it is I look up, like one of the main ones, like you found it, like Job, Psalms, Proverbs, and then I just go backwards.
You said what chapter?
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, and we're gonna start at verse 25.
It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 25. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair. And made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?
Did not who?
Did not King Solomon, king of Israel.
King of who?
King of Israel.
Say it one more time.
King of Israel.
Keep going.
Sin by these things. Yet among many nations was there no king like him.
There's no king like him, man. These are the ones that say that, Solomon did a wrong thing, right? Although he did do a wrong thing, right? But guess what? He was still king of who? He was still king of Israel. You understand? Now, of course, we're not saying go out there and sleep with heathens. You understand? That's not what we're saying, right? But we're looking at it in a sense of what? Solomon, he messed up, right? But that doesn't mean that he was a horrible man. That doesn't mean that he wasn't the king of Israel. It's saying right there that he was what? Read that last part of, I believe that's verse 26. When it talks about what, what he was.
Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him.
No king like what?
Like him.
There was no king like him, man. This is what the scripture is saying, man. This is what the Bible is saying. You understand? This is true, man. Did we go to Matthew chapter 25? We did, didn't we? Let's go to Matthew chapter 1 and verse 18.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 18. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother, Mary, was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Then Joseph, her husband, being...
Slow down. Let's read verse 18 again.
Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother, Mary, was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost.
Keep going.
Then Joseph, her husband.
Her what?
Her husband.
Say that one more time.
Her husband.
And what is sex according to the Bible?
Marriage.
Sex is marriage, right? So he said, then her husband, keep going.
Being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privily.
You understand? But, within the context, like we can read this story, like in context, but staying within class, you understand, as far as, sex is marriage and, a man can have more than one wife. We got to realize, man, that when it comes to Mary and Joseph, that they had sex. And we just read multiple scriptures that talks about sex being marriage, right? And we just read that, out of Christ's own mouth, that sex was marriage, right? So now we know that, you know, when it talks about, when it says in verse 19, it said, then Joseph, her husband, what had to happen? What had to happen for Joseph to be married to Mary? Go ahead.
They would have had to have sexual intercourse.
They had to have sexual intercourse. Why? Because we've been reading about it all throughout the scriptures, right or wrong. You understand? But let's read it again. Start at verse 18 and then read 19 again.
Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise, when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Holy Ghost. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man and not willing to make her a public example, was minded to put her away privily.
You understand? Let's stop that. Let's go to the book of Leviticus. We're going to get 2 more scriptures in. Let's go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 10.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
Now, what is this saying right here? In, let's say, in layman terms. Go ahead.
If you sleep with another man's rib, then you will be put to death.
More so, don't sleep with another man's wife, right? You understand? Don't sleep with another man's wife, because guess what's going to happen? You know, of course, in the biblical times, you understand, death was, well, unaliving was to happen. But guess what? In this given time, guess what? Some wrongdoing may happen. You know, something evil may happen, right? So now we're saying that what? That, you know, although, because, I mean, look at it from a worldly perspective, right? You know how we talked about how, you know, sex was a sport, sex was a, you know, sex was a hobby, or, you know, sex was just a you know, something that was just done. And, you know, I'm pretty sure we know brothers and sisters that have slept with another man's wife, or another, you know, a woman slept with another, you know, was woman husband. We all know those scenarios, right? Yeah, we probably didn't did them ourselves. Yeah, I probably didn't did it myself and not knowing. You understand? But, you know, now that we in the truth, and now that we got this understanding, guess what can happen? We can't sleep with another man's wife. Hell, we can't even look upon another man's wife in the sense of what? In the sense of, oh man, I like what she got on today. Let me have a conversation with her. Let me, you know, let's let's be around each other more. Let's do these things. Can't even do that anymore, right? Let's drop that. Let's get one more scripture. Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 32 and 22. And before we go there, you know what I'm saying, we gotta realize that the Romans came up with monogamy, man. You understand? The Romans came up with monogamy to, you know, deplete the part of multiple wives, you know, like, you know, to deplete the multiple wives part of the actual scriptures, man. You know, so we talk about multiple wives in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, right? Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 32 and verse 22. Go ahead.
You got ask you a quick question. How do you think, you know, like, I forget what war it was, but I know it was like maybe the first Civil War or something like that, where like a lot of the women, they were left behind. So like they started doing a lot of things the men did, and then like you went forth and like it kind of started this whole like women independence thing. Like women were starting to do a lot of the things that
you understand, and you know, like take it a step further. It was women rights was for to get women to work in the factory jobs, and you know, and like doing, you know, like mechanic work, and having these having, like they call, like the Fortune 500 companies, you know what I'm saying? Women were what? Being lead of that. And now, hell, we live in today's society where what? Now we're seeing what? Women being bosses, you know what I'm saying? Primarily, you know what I'm saying? So that did happen all around that time, you know what I'm saying? So, did you have a question pertaining to that, or?
Kind of, I was gonna ask, like, I know it went further, and then they added Section 8 and stuff like this, and then the food stamps, and then it was like, it kind of divided the household. How do you think things would have played out if the monogamous relationships weren't pushed on us? Like, if having multiple wives was still, I guess, accepted around those times, I guess.
Well, that would be a little piece of the kingdom of heaven, brother. A little piece of the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because we will understand that concept of monogamy not being the only option. And I'm not saying that that a man can't have one wife. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? That's in the Bible, right? Or a man, not having multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? That's in the Bible, right? It's more so saying that a man can have more than one wife. You understand? And that's in the sense of, something that we have to gain that understanding and that knowledge of, right? Because why? Because monogamy is you understand? But monogamy is straight misery, man. It's straight pain, mainly for the man. You understand why? Because, as men, we want to do what? We want to make sure that our wife is good, make sure that her mental is good, and make sure that she mentally prepared to what? For when that time comes for him to have another wife, right? So, in a sense, like, just like you said, that would have been just a little piece of the kingdom of heaven. And why I only say a little piece, because guess what? It's more in the Bible just than multiple wives. You know what I'm saying? We still got to get down to the, Christ being black. There's still people in the world that think that Christ is what? Christ isn't black, or, Christ doesn't have an image. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, how do you think that would have played into, do you think, like, I don't know how to say, how do you think that would have played into the, like, separation? Do you think women would have took advantage of that? Would they even have?
I would say, due to white society and how they have us brainwashed, I would say it would have been definitely, worth it that a man can have, more than one wife. It would most definitely be worth it, right? But in the same sense, guess what? You know what I'm saying? In the same sense, we gotta look at how white society uses their words. So like the scripture says, what they their words are smoother than butter, but war is in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of things that we have to look at. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that we have to be able to overcome when it comes to monogamy, right? Those are the things that we do have to truly overcome. Why? Because when we get in that monogamy state of mind, guess what happens? I said misery happens. Hell, shit for the man and woman. Why? Because the woman is just so hung on and stuck on that man, which is nothing wrong with that. But guess what? She can't have her personal life outside of her husband. Not saying that she's going to do anything wrong and unrighteous, but sometimes she just needs that alone time. Sometimes that man just needs that what? That alone time. You understand why? Because we as men, we truly, truly love our wives or wife. You understand? But it comes to the point where it's like, got to have some type of separation between one another. You know what I'm saying? And this is an excellent question right here. Somebody said, how do you feel about Mexicans? I feel like Mexicans are niggas too, man. We are all one. And I hate to say the N-word, you know what I'm saying? But, Mexicans, we are all the same, man. Black, Latinos, and Native Indians. We are all the same, talking about Hebrew Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's an excellent question that you have brought up, man. And I'm going to end with that question right there, all right? That, you understand, it's ISUPK. Let me get these security announcements. ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK Star on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They should be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in when a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is commandment. You can read about this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verses 21. Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you gets to the church department teacher. Priest fund. People offer for priests not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation, we have the Feast of First Fruits. Starts after Sabbath, unleavened bread, sundown. Sunday, April 12, 2026. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50th day. This falls on Sunday, May 31st, 2026. Before sundown. You read about this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verses 10 through 22. Remind Akimak to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. That Amajim, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Individual Ramam Shabbat. Amajim, Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. Yafatah Sar. Sisters, individual Ramam Shabbat. Amajim, Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Yahshua. Yafatah. Dismiss. All right, y'all. We'll check y'all next time.